Howdy, and welcome to The Lunch Table, a podcast filled with maple syrup eyes. And
cottage cheese thighs.
Oh, our two favorite things. Thick thighs and nice eyes. Woo! What?
Can you put maple syrup in cottage cheese? Well, I know you can.
Could you? Would it taste good?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, why wouldn't it?
I mean, McGriddles work.
Yes. That's my point. And you already put fruit in cottage cheese to make it sweet.
Yes.
Oh, we just discovered something new.
We're going to be fat today.
We're going to be famously fat. We're going to be famous and fat.
I am double checked already.
So, let me introduce who's around the table tonight. First, we have my right-hand man. That's right, my co-host, Mr. Google himself, Drew. Carl made me do 30 jumping jacks. Oh, that's a nicer.
You did, and I felt good.
You killed him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slowly moved off the bed.
I'll tell you what. I looked at it, I was like, 30 jumping jacks, that ain't gonna be nothing. And at the end, I was like, you know what? Okay, touche. I wasn't like dying, but it was like, okay, I'm a little out of shape.
We were at 10, and I went, okay, I think I can do 20. And we got to 20, and you're like, all right, can you keep doing them? We got to 22, I was like, yep, I can keep doing them. We did it. We wound up doing it, but.
And also around the table tonight, your host with the most.
Hairy nips.
All I need is one to have that.
Show. Ah! Hairy nip.
Hairy nips. They look like a lion's mane. And the guy with the lion mane nipples, Carl Jones. Yeah, it took me a while to be proud of him.
Yeah.
But now that I'm proud, no one's breaking me of it.
You kind of just proved a point. I was wondering if most people go down or up to show their nips.
Oh,
because in porno, dude, it's always down.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they really pull it down to show their nips?
I mean, they're already like this.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say women already have a low cut where it's like barely on their nips.
Yeah.
So you can just pull it under.
Yeah.
I don't, if I had my V-necks on.
Yeah. Then you would go down?
Or if I had my Halloween costume. All right, let's get into it. Halloween costumes that show almost too much bulge. Drew, what do you think that could be?
Spandex.
Ooh, spandex.
You were a superhero.
No. Welcome to the Lunch Table Podcast. No. I was a woman.
Fitting.
I wore... Dude,
you were a lesbian for a day.
So I wore the yoga pants, right? But not just any yoga pants. Do you ever see those yoga pants that have the little extra on top?
Yeah,
like
so you
for
can
the belly?
fold them down. I like them.
Well, or the belly.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of people put their belly in. And I understand why. God damn, are they comfortable? Like my belly in that, it felt like a soft little hug all day. And I'm like, no wonder why they wear these. You know, but to be fair, you have to wear underwear.
I mean, you don't have to.
You don't have to,
It
but
is socially acceptable.
Your helmet will be showing. There is no hiding it. And if you're getting a little excited, ting, people will know. Any movement that thing makes. So, like, okay. So, I guess to start this off, we were talking about how we were going, last episode, we were going to a party.
Right.
Right? We got invited, yada, yada. You said you wanted to flirt the line of infamy and fame.
Yes. I wanted it so everybody knew our name, but I didn't get uninvited to the wedding.
So how do you think we did?
We did really good for most of it.
Yeah. Well,
at the very end, I had some suspicious liquor that put me over the edge.
Yeah. It was smoke-infused liquor. But even then, I don't think you were bad. Like, yeah, you got to the point you couldn't drive home, and if I didn't go, you were better off. You were going to spend a night there.
Yeah.
But you didn't mess their house up or nothing.
I puked quite a bit.
Yeah, but outside.
I painted their house orange.
Outside.
Yeah.
Where it can be washed
And
off.
the toilet.
Well, yeah, but
Funny, I'm surprised I didn't throw up on that very expensive rug that was in the bathroom that I wound up cuddling with.
Well, I thought that the whole time when I
It
was...
was such a nice rug.
So, we went to a very nice lake home.
$250,000, but did you know that it's up to $1 million now?
Yeah, they can sell it for $1 million. Like, that wasn't repeated all night. But I don't want to...
We get it. We got the concept.
Right, good for them. I'm proud of them. I'm happy that they rebuilt this house. They all pitched in and yada yada. But you need to tell me once. That's all I need to know. It's just once I got it. Okay? But me and you, we didn't know anybody. Well, we knew
a couple, yeah.
We knew 2 people who invited us there.
And I had gone with a dinner with that person that we knew, and I had met a couple of the other people, but just in passing.
Yeah. Yeah, just real quick.
Right.
Real quick.
But funny enough, that is where we thrive.
Yeah,
We like strangers.
yes.
We like the candy that they give us.
Yeah.
We like the van rides.
Yeah, we like the van rides, the candies, the puppies, the touchings.
Balloons.
The touchings. That's what he sounds like when he plays with my dangle.
Dude, I don't know why I just thought of this. Remember the movie Air Bud?
Yeah, with the dog.
Didn't they take him in a white van? In at least one of the movies.
I think it was like unmarked.
In a white van.
An unmarked white van. That's something. So like, dude, it was a fun night.
Yeah, it was
because
super fun.
So we got there. Obviously, you knew a couple of the people. You were being a lot more talkative than I was at first. You were out there. You knew half the people. You were talking, doing your own thing. I like to sit back for a little bit, get the vibe of the room before I'm kind of all of me. I'm a lot to take in. So sometimes if I'm just me right up front, I can make enemies.
You have a constructive way of working a party.
Yeah.
Like, your first thing is to find the host.
Yeah. Did you notice that?
Always find the host. Make friends with them, and then you can branch off from there.
Right.
Because everybody is there because of that said person.
Right.
Now, I wound up making friends with the host's son, who was technically our host.
Yes.
But, we did the same thing in different directions.
Yeah, well, I didn't even mean to kind of bump into the guy. He came in, he said something real quick, like, hey, we're about to do something by the fire.
Caught your interest.
Yeah, and I was like, did he really say that? And I looked around. Everyone's just going about their normal business. They're all like, oh, okay, go do whatever by the fire. And I'm like, well, while they all talk.
I fit in.
And I slowly watched everyone kind of form around and do their drinking. And I slowly just walked out and made my way to the fire. Made a bunch of friends at the fire. Then all you guys kind of showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was super hot in there. And I was wearing 2 sweatshirts. I went as Fat Thor.
Your costume was on point. Fat Thor. That was hilarious. But the party kind of broke up in 2 ways. They had the older crowd and then the younger crowd.
Yeah.
And eventually, we settled in with the younger crowd, did our thing. We played some pool. I sniped at pool. Dude, it surprises me how good I am at pool. Because it's not like I play.
No, I know exactly what it is. Your mom, from a very young age, conditioned you guys to be good at bar games.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to lump bowling in with that.
Yeah, I mean.
Just deceptively good at simple games.
Yeah, like even that little ring game.
Yeah.
Because I have that right in my garage.
Right.
And I play it every time I pass it. I got to throw that ring.
Darts, cards, pool, bowling.
Yeah. The
social games.
The social games, yes. Good way to put it. The social games. Yeah. So, we played pool.
Gambling.
We snaked them, which was funny because I pretty much ran the whole table. Then I kind of was like, ran half of our balls in. I was like, we'll let them have a shot. Then I messed around. Then they were like 1 away from us. And I was like, better than this.
Well, the pool table was broken, so it's not like we could have played even more games. We had to make it count.
Yes. Yeah, the balls didn't return. You had to sit there and shove your stick up there and all. Yeah. Either way, that happened. We ended up playing Kings. Really, if anybody kind of wants to see some of the night, I did end up taking pictures, photos. I made a little
compilation videos. Pretty fucking nice.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. That one I didn't let the computer do. I actually edited all that and I have the uncut because
you can edit. You
Yes.
son of a bitch, you're holding down on.
Well, that one's easier. I didn't have any audio to have to deal with. I took all the audio out. And I was like, let me just put music in the background. But
B-roll. B-roll. You had B-roll.
yeah, actually, it was one of the free because our accounts are set up as companies, basically.
Yeah.
So we're only allowed to use certain songs
Yeah.
because they have to be rated for everyone to use and not,
Right.
a domain
Well,
or
there's
something.
ways around it. But.
Right. There are ways. But that was one of the free songs. Really, I was looking at, who was it, Andrew that came on? Remember, he gave us a couple songs. Is that, who, we had a couple artists on who had their own CDs.
Oh, LaVogue. Yeah.
LaVogue, yeah.
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 And,
So I was looking for one of LaVogue's songs, and I really couldn't just digging real quick second. I couldn't find it, so I was like,
Right.
let me just throw whatever music on here.
right.
And it was nice. It was nice. But so I made a nice little video if you want to check it out. Drew ran the King's Table. You were in your prime. That is your prime when you get to run the games.
So funny enough, other than, like you said, there were two crowds. There was the old crowd and there was the young crowd. We were the oldest people in the young crowd. Mm-hmm. And not by much. I want to say maybe 5-10 years, depending on some of the other people.
Yeah.
But that meant that, they were kind of walking around aimlessly. That meant we needed a leader.
Yeah. Well, we kind of been in this situation a couple times.
Well, even when I messaged you, if you wanted to go to this party, I said, hey, do you want to old man rock this party?
Right, you did. You're like, hey, you want an old man rock this? I was like, yeah, I do.
We are the old men that come to the frat party and just rock the pong table.
Yeah, well, and we played enough. We've done enough in our younger life and throwing parties. We kind of know the games that will get people involved.
Right.
That's not hard.
Yeah.
Kings, yeah, there's a little bit of rules, but everyone's kind of doing it, and it's a game that just drink.
Yeah.
So it's always fun, and everyone
Right.
gets to hoot and holler and yada yada. There's other games that aren't. They'll kind of shut a party down if you try to play them.
Right.
I always hated when you're drinking and people want to pull out Cards of Humanity. This is not the time.
Don't make me think when I'm trying to drink.
Right. Like now we got to read and pick these words, and I can't read to begin with, let alone if I start drinking.
And then you spend butthole amount of money on this game, and if somebody spills a beer on them, you're going to be mad.
Right. Right. It's a little too there's too much involved while drinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we ended up rocking it.
Hell yeah.
My favorite part was the end though. The end. So
I don't remember much of the end.
no, so at the very end, Drew was pretty good until I don't know, the last hour. And at this point it's 4 a.m.
I had a 30 rack. And I don't know how many beers you had. It couldn't have been much.
Not that much.
But I'm going to estimate that I had probably 25 out of my 30 beers.
Yeah, well, and then they had all those little shot balls and
Yeah.
stuff. So there's plenty.
Yeah.
You had enough for you.
Yeah.
You're a big man, but
Plus,
you found a way.
Plus, I haven't drank in a long time.
So, you did that. And I remember, I was having a discussion with a man, and it got real weird. He was wearing he brought politics into his costume, and it just got blown up, and I was like, me and him weren't even arguing. That's the thing. I was agreeing with him, and he was getting aggressive with me agreeing with him. I was like, bro, what are we fighting about?
I was so drunk after a certain point that I was staring at his belly for what felt like 20 minutes. But my entire construction of time went out the fucking window.
Yeah.
We got there, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And we wound up drinking, and I thought we were there for 10 hours. And before things went downhill, it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2 o'clock. Like I said.
And I had to be back here at 5.
Yeah.
We were on a rough time crunch.
Really rough time crunch. Good thing I got you home. Jeez,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So anyways, what happened was, in this nice home, there was this small little corner with a wraparound couch kind of off by itself. Drew found that area, was sleeping there for a little bit. I'm sitting there letting him rest for a second. Next thing I know, you go to use the restroom.
Puke.
I figured. But then you never come back out, and it's been a while. And I was like, uh-oh. So I go to open the door, and there you are. You're laid out on the whole floor. You know, your legs curled up because you're too tall. So your legs are curled up around the toilet, and then your head's like against the door. And I'm like, oh, man. Not good.
Dude, it was like a polar bear rug or something. I know specifically that I was throwing up and went, I'm going to have to continue throwing up. I can't go out to the couch, even though its proximity to the bathroom is a good thing. I was like, I need to be in this room for when I throw up. It was either I throw up in the tub or I throw up in the toilet, which is right next to it. So I just passed out on the polar bear rug.
Yeah, you just passed out. Right? And I remember I go in there and I'm like, Drew. I was like, hey, man, you get, and I'm just kind of patting your, backhand patting your chest to wake you up. Like, hey, dude, you got to get up. I can get us home. And you're like, no. I was like, Drew, I promise you I'm not drunk. I didn't really drink. I was like, give me your keys. I can get us home. Nah. And my car, you can't drive my car. I'm like, Drew, are you telling me I can't drive a manual? You know I can drive a manual. It's like, I'm probably the only friend, the best friend to take in this moment. I was like, I can get your car home, I was like, I could drive one before you could drive one, So, after a little convincing, because you were fighting me, after a little convincing, I was like, don't you want to go home and see Morgan? Yeah. Don't you want to be cuddled up to Morgan? Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice to be in your own bed? Yeah. I can get you there. You're like, okay. I was like, because I'm going to need you to lift yourself up because I can't lift you. Because I tried.
I do remember something else I didn't tell you where I remember you folding my left arm.
Yeah.
And folding my right arm and trying to lift me and pull me out the door. And it wasn't going to happen.
Well, I lifted you up first. And then you're like, And I was like, okay. Yeah, this was like before I blow my back out. But eventually, I got you you woke up, you found the strength to wake up and walk to the car, like all the way outside, past your driveway.
Drunk stumble.
And then you sit in the driver's seat. And I have to tell you, no, dude, you're not driving. Good thing I still had the keys. I was like, you're not driving. You need to switch seats. But once again, I had to tell you, I can't make you switch seats, bud. I can't pick you up and switch the seats for you. You're going to have to get back up and go to the other side of the car. Which you did. Then you sit in there. I'm getting everything. I turn the car on, get the heat going, trying to let it warm up a little bit. We're about to leave, and you're like, see that? I'm like, yeah. And you're like, my Thor stuff. It's like, what about it, dude? Did you grab it? No. Where is it? Where the beer is? So I get out of the car, and I sprint as hard as I can because I'm just trying to get our shit and go home before you have an idea of, nope, we're staying here, So I run in there, grab your shit, come back out. You're like, see that? I'm like, what? You're like, my wallet or something. It's something else, your wallet or I forget what else.
Coat or something?
Coat, maybe it was your coat or something. So I had to run back in, grab
my
that.
Hoodie. My blue hoodie, which had one singular drop of puke on it.
That's what it was, your blue hoodie. So I had to run back in, grab your blue hoodie, come back out.
But to my defense, I knew where everything was. I wasn't able to get it.
No, you weren't able to get it. You knew where everything was, and you knew what you didn't have after being passed out for hours. Like, you just knew. I could be sober, and I lose my keys in a second, and my wallet. You amazed me. You had it in your mind, right? So then we get driving. We think we have everything. We get driving out of nowhere. CJ, you got my phone? No, dude. Fuck. My phone's on the porch. Shit. Gotta do a Yui.
I remember this one. You ran into the house and went, Drew, your phone isn't on the porch. I went, oh, it's on the couch.
Yeah.
You fucking got mad. Told me, you gave me your phone and said, call your phone so I can find it. And I wound up doing it. But
yeah, I told you, if that stops ringing, you press the button again. I was like, don't you let that stop ringing until I show back up here. So I ran down, found your phone, which was inside the couch cushion. Right, you're drunk just pressing the phone. So we did find it. Well, I did find it inside the couch cushion. Got got the driving, got you going home, and of course you were a little worried. You would wake up every now and then kind of worried.
I don't remember any of the drive. I remember you pulling into my garage at like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. No, we weren't even going that fast.
That's how it felt.
No, dude. Because like I had to stop and wait for your garage door to open, and then we just kind of coasted in there. But yeah, the drive, nothing really happened on the drive. Easy drive, got you home.
Yeah.
Ended up getting you home. Got everything set up so you could just walk straight to your bed. Remember opening the door, and you're like, nope, I'm staying here. I was like, all right. Closed the door, told you count to 3, then hit your little garage button. You counted to 3. I ran the fuck out of there. You hit the garage button. I was on my way home. Then said next day starts, right? Well, that was Saturday. I guess we had Sunday.
Yeah.
And then
I slept 12 hours on Sunday.
Yeah, and I didn't. So, like, I got home late, then I forget what happened, but I had to wake up early. So, I still really didn't get any sleep. Woke up. Monday came. Someone at work was like, oh, someone invited me to this party, but I don't know if I want to go. And I was like, oh, yada, yada, yada. I was like, would you feel better if I went with you? You know, and they're like, well, would you do that? And I was like, you know what? I've been a home buddy lately. I need to get out, you know, have some life. So I was like, yeah, I'd do that. So
it
she's
got
like,
so bad that you asked me out to the bar like 2 or 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah. Well, I was just bored of being inside. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I was like, all my friends are already like tied down and shit. They don't want to go out and do things. So yeah. So anyways.
As I'm comatose in my bed that entire day.
So, you know, that day comes, or the time comes to go to the party, and it's a Halloween party, which I was like, why are they throwing it on a Monday? But whatever.
That was Halloween.
I know, but really a party on a Monday?
That was the 31st?
Yeah, but most people got work on the next day. Usually you throw it on the weekend to party, you know, that way they have a day of rest. You gotta have a day of rest.
Fucking degenerates.
But I didn't have a costume, so I was like, well, what should I wear? You know, and that's where she goes, well, you could wear some of my clothes. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll go dress as a girl.
So you got in her pants?
Yes, I got in her yoga pants. And then I also had a crop top on. And I went to this party where I knew nobody, and she knew one person. And we walked in, took a real quick look around, and I was like, okay. And I kind of dominated the party, you know. I don't want to say anything, but they were all in band. And you could tell, you know, so like, but they did have like their own bartender there. He was serving all kinds of drinks. It was kind of nice.
So it was kind of classy.
It was a little classier, and I kind of stunk it up by coming in with my dick out, you know, with my dick print. My moose knuckle just came the party, and you know that was one of the parties where they chose to play a wrong game. First, I was looking; they had like beer pong, but if you looked at the beer pong, it was like truth or dare beer pong. And some of the dares were like real crazy, like make out for 10 seconds with the person across from you at the table. And I'm like, I'm not playing that. I'm not just playing this with random people and have to make out with some random person. Like, this is fucking weird. Also, I think the oldest person, so the person I went with was 26. The oldest person besides her was like maybe 22. And I'm like, oh God.
Oh, fresh.
Oh, dude, they're like fresh
meat.
young. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I'm too old for this party. Like, I wish somebody would have told me the age because I would have just said no.
Drew, what are you doing?
Right. You know, and they ended up playing this game where they wanted to go around, pull these. It's kind of like Cards of Humanity where they'd pull these cards. They would ask a question, but then you had a little chalkboard and you had to write down somebody's name who you would think would fit that card. And I was like, nah. I was like,
they
reading.
were way too cohesive to be at a party.
Right. I was like, 1, reading. I was like,
math.
2.
Math, though.
I was like, 2, spelling. I ain't playing this game. 3, I gotta remember people's names. Gonna look real dumb here. So I was like, no. They had a pool table in the back. I waited, and I slowly got out of there, played the pool table, and then out of nowhere, the host finds me. Are you offended? We just want everyone to feel included. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, it's okay. You know, it's all right. Stop being sensitive here. I just didn't want to play your reindeer game. And instead of arguing, it's just easier to go find something else to do. You know? But that ended up, that party was all right, man. It was all right. partying with you is much better, though. Much better.
My
Much better.
ninja.
Like, that was pretty much the end of the party. Some dude ended up whipping out his wiener, and the other dude was writing on it, and I was like, let's get out of here. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if they're kind of, like, if they're all going to fuck each other or what's going on, but let's get out of here.
Bandies.
I know, dude. I was like, this is getting weird for me.
It's one time at band camp.
I'm showing moose knuckle, and y'all making me feel weird here, you know? Like, let's bounce.
Where was this?
It was also in Ohio.
Like Youngstown way, or
Yeah, kind of more Boardman way.
okay.
Kind of more Boardman way, but like in between Youngstown Boardman area.
Damn.
Yeah. It was quite a couple of days, and then like work too. Tell you a little bit about my week, I guess. Work too. Like this has been my first day off since like 2 weeks or so. Yeah. So I've been pretty busy, you know, trying to find a fucking life, I guess. You do anything this week? You have anything big?
Nah, my week was actually pretty simple. A lot of work. I had to wake up really early on Friday because I had to be there early. But no, I didn't really have to stay late. Nothing really pissed me off.
Oh,
it was actually
a good week.
It was actually a simple week.
Oh, dang. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, dude.
One of those weeks where you're like, you don't have much to talk about, but you're like, okay.
I'm okay with that.
If I was a little more productive, I would be cleaning right now this week.
Dude, I got like...
I don't think about anything else.
I got loads and loads of laundry that I have to do. I've been lazy on that shit. I hate laundry. I know. Talk about it. What's your least favorite chore?
Sweeping.
Really? Sweeping?
Yeah. Like with a broom.
Really?
Yeah. Like a vacuum cleaner isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get some kind of dopamine because the vacuum cleaner's going.
Yeah.
But like...
You get like you can hear the engine. It just makes us as men.
Yeah.
Vibrations!
No, like sweeping with a broom and dustpan.
Yeah.
You never get things perfectly clean. There's always shit in the fucking corner. And then like it gives you some type of essence of how dirty your house is regularly.
Yeah. And it kicks a lot of shit up in there.
And you can never get around the right corners or underneath the things without having to move things. No.
I get it. To me, it's washing dishes. I hate touching the food. Like when it's all wet, nasty inside the water. I don't know why, but it's just gross to me.
I don't mind doing dishes.
No?
No.
See, I don't mind sweeping.
There's a nice thing from how dirty they are in the sink and all shitty put together in the sink to how clean they are, like all nice and stacked when you put them in the organizer.
I feel that same way when you sweep. Like even after you sweep and you don't get it all, before and after is a huge deal.
See, I don't see that difference. Like the hardwood floor, as dirty as it is, like it doesn't look dirty; it looks clean.
I just think I need to help you with your sweeping technique. I think.
Well, I did it at when I worked in the gas station. I had to fucking sweep and mop every single day, and that just it sucked.
Jeez. You know, talking about being old, we kind of touched on this earlier.
Viagra.
Tips. But us being older, we've seen a lot of Disney.
Okay.
A lot, right?
So many of my favorites are in the vault.
In the vault. So out of all of them, dude, because, you know, I just recently was on a date where we basically just watched Disney movies. So what's your favorite Disney song? Gay?
I'll make a man out of you.
That's your, like, all-time. Dude, and what's funny is the person I was hanging out with, that's her favorite. A lot of people really like the Mulan songs.
There's like a heavy metal version of that song, too. Done such a good job.
Kills it.
Yeah.
See, first, I like that song, but that's not even my favorite song in the movie. My favorite song in the movie is where they're walking, they talk about a girl worth fighting for, you know?
Oh, yeah.
A girl worth fighting for. That's probably my favorite.
I want a girl that's got a looks.
Yes. It don't matter how she dresses or what she looks like.
But how she cooks like.
All that matters is what she cooks like. Great song, but See, how much more of a fan? Like my favorite is "Kiss the Girl."
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was gonna be my second one.
That's a great song.
That was gonna be my second
La
one.
la la la, kiss that girl.
See, a lot of ska bands that we like
Yes.
actually do Disney songs,
Yeah.
and that one is one that they did.
I was gonna say Suburban Legends is a whole album.
Right. That kind of spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, see, they do that. They do Under the Sea,
Right.
which is another good one.
That was a good one.
Under the Sea.
Hakuna Matata is a good song.
Yeah, they do a couple Lion King songs.
Fucking far right fielder here. Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas.
Really?
Yeah.
I always had to skip that.
No,
That annoyed me.
I had it a lot as a kid. Like,
yeah?
Yeah.
That was like your shit right there.
No, Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain was.
I feel... What was up with you and woman artists? Because you also like Britney? I mean...
Yeah, Britney was.
You didn't like her for her music,
My
huh?
early childhood was awkward boners because of Britney Spears and fear of death from vampires. No wonder I got bullied.
Were you trying to get... Like, if he doesn't bite my neck, maybe I won't turn. Ugh. There's a blood snack.
No, this is before Twilight.
Yeah.
So, like, vampires were fucking scary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you said you'd get boners, like fear boners.
Oh, no, that was for Britney Spears.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought, like, these vampires were scaring you and you got fear boners. And I was like, was it some type of, like, self-defense mechanism where you're trying to get them to bite the smaller blood supply?
One year for my birthday, my oldest brother got me a music video, a VHS. That's how old I am. A VHS of like 3 or 4 music videos from Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Dude, I played that motherfucker on repeat. But the next year, he got me a video of vampire bats.
Why?
It scared the shit out of me, I guess.
Because he knew. He's like, oh, I'm going to make this kid a fucking
I'm gonna
awkward
fucking
lad.
break him. No, dude, it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's sad. Your brothers were horrible. That's why I liked being the oldest one, because I did those things. But okay, you've been fiddling around on your laptop.
No, I actually want to look up Disney songs.
Oh,
so
okay.
we can go into Circle of Life.
Circle of Life, good one.
You're Welcome from Moana. What can I say except
you're welcome. Yeah, a lot of... I'm still not... That one was okay.
I Can't Wait to Be King.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story.
Ooh, now that's a song.
Bare Necessities, Part of Your World.
Bare Necessities, the simple bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That was
good.
A good one.
Oh, yeah. Well, any Tarzan.
No, that
too.
one was Lion King.
Well, oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that was.
Friend Like Me from Aladdin.
Friend Like Me. That's another. Dude, they've had some great hits.
I'm going to take my one away. I'm going to take my favorite away.
Okay.
Now that I see one. Honestly, I can't be any more candid than I am right now.
Yeah.
Fucking Go the Distance. I have often dreamed of a far off place.
What is it
From Hercules.
Oh, dang.
Fucking great. Mind you, the reason that I'm changing this is I've always liked this song, but I actually listened to it in my car on repeat on my way home from work Monday.
My favorite song from Hercules is the one Meg sings.
Oh yeah.
That's probably my favorite in that whole movie. Beauty and the Beast had some slaps. You know, be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Gaston. No one drinks like Gaston. No one drinks like Gaston. All right.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
All right. I feel like now we just overdid the Disney. But seriously, they've had some great hits.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Damn. Go. I don't know who they get to write the shit, but congratulations, bro. You got us. So we were kind of fucking around looking for things to do and maybe talk about on this podcast.
Right. We were going to go the distance.
Yes, we want to go the distance. So what's one of the things that we kind of settled on here, man?
We were going to do some PB&J facts.
Ooh, I've been excited about this. You know, it's our logo. It's our logo, PB&J.
So tying everything back in together. You got me a keychain that has peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
And I'm peanut butter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And over the weekend when we had this party and I was super fucking drunk and you were being the G, you were taking care of me and you got me back home for what I needed to do and everything. And I messaged you the next day and went, dude, I don't remember what happened. I know bits and pieces, but I know that you took care of me. Thank you for that so much.
Yeah.
And you went, you my peanut butter.
Yeah, you're my peanut
Dude,
butter, bro.
Dude, it hit.
Did it?
It fucking slapped. I was like, I sent you a crying face emoji because it hurt.
Well,
It hurt. It felt good. It hurt.
why did it hurt though?
I don't know. It was just like, man, this motherfucker's got my back. God damn.
That's it. I know you're trying to thank me, but it's like, bro.
But we are PB&J.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, getting into this real quick, me and you, we have keys.
Yeah.
Mine, you don't really have a key. It's just unlocked all the time, and you know how to get into my house. I have a key to your place, yada yada. And that's not a common thing, I guess, between friends.
Really?
That's what I said. Because, to me, I have none of all my spare keys for stuff, most of them, I give them to my friends because, I lose things. I'm just going to lose both set of keys. So I'd much rather just hand you one and call you up like, yo, bro, I need it. Because you'll know where it is. You'll be like, yeah, it's in my junk drawer. Okay. So
that might be a fun thing for another episode, taking a look in people's junk drawers.
Oh, that would be. Number one thing maybe in junk drawer, batteries. Always some batteries.
Batteries?
Usually dead ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one throws them in the trash. They throw them right in the drawer.
Twisty ties. Rubber bands.
Random change that you can't tell what it is because it's dirty.
Spare keys you don't know what it goes to.
Yeah. All the fun stuff. Random sauce packets that you forgot you grabbed from restaurants.
Taco Bell, they hand you like 800 of them in a pack.
Sometimes. Where they hand you one.
Yeah.
There's no in between with those fucks.
Yeah.
So what's our first fact about PB&J, Mr. Peanut Butter?
So the first one is the first written reference was in 1901.
1901.
So PB&Js came into existence and written reference in 1901.
When was peanut butter itself made? Do we know?
George Washington Carver did it.
Yeah. Because I want to see how long peanut butter was around before someone decided to slap some fruit on it.
Ooh, that's a good one. When was peanut butter invented? I'm doing my Google duties.
Yeah, you are. I'm putting you to work
1884.
1884.
1884, there was a patent for peanut paste.
Okay, so it was around maybe a little bit before, but it took them quite a while until someone was like, let's throw some, preservatives on this bitch.
1895, the creator of Kellogg's cereal, patented a process for creating peanut butter.
Kellogg's. Oh,
yeah.
God. I'm pretty sure they're the same people who told you to get circumcised. Dude, if you ever want to look into it in America, I forget which cereal company it was, but the one brother was super religious, so he paid a lot of money to push that in America. And it was also supposed to help kids stop beating off, was one of the other things. They're like, oh, you won't beat off as much if you cut the tip of their dick off.
Think of how much the masturbation must have been a problem back then.
God damn.
Because it's a big problem now.
And everybody's, like, when you do it now, their excuse for it now is, well, we don't want their dick to get infected. So how many infected dicks were walking around?
I thought you were meaning, like, an excuse for beating off.
Oh.
But my excuse for that is, I was scratching it. And just kind of happened.
I just say, something inside me told me to beat off.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
The devil.
Yeah, it was the devil. He did it.
So Boston Cooking School magazine of culinary science and domestic economics. You couldn't come up with something shorter?
Well, to me, it just sounds like a guy who really wanted an important job. And it's like, dude, that's a real fancy way to say, I read about PB&Js.
They made some little sandwiches with thin layers of bread, 2 fillings, 1 of peanut butter paste, and 1 of crab apple jelly.
Crab apple jelly? I would try that.
Jelly. Yeah.
I had a bunch of that growing up in the backyard, crab apples. We'd have wars, and then after you were done whipping them at each other and hurting each other, you'd eat some. Bitter as fuck.
Next fact is they fed the troops.
Okay.
Apparently, in World War II, they were very popular and became popularized because they were easy to do.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it was a nice, easy, like, protein snack for the troops.
Right,
And,
they
and
were
something cheap, so let's hurry up, mass produce this, give it to them. They brought it home because it was one of the snacks that probably wasn't terrible to choke down.
Right.
And as we know today, it is a delicious.
And they keep for a while, too.
Oh, yeah.
The bread is the thing that goes bad first.
Right.
Next fact, they used to be for rich people.
Oh.
Before commercialization of the peanut butter industry in the early 1900s, the cost of peanuts was high. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were eaten with pimento cheese or meat in fancy New York City tea rooms. So
they would put peanut butter with the meat.
Yeah.
And the jelly.
Yeah, you were bringing this up about bacon on
Yes.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I've never done that, and I'm fat.
Yeah, dude, the saltiness. That's what it's a sweet salt combo. So anything that you add with a little bit more salt will work with it. I'm telling you, even pickles. You can add pickles on there. It's delicious.
I don't know if you can see this or not. The average American eats how many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before they turn 18?
Before 18.
Before 18.
Damn, kids love PB&Js,
Yep.
man. They love PB. Damn, this is a good question. I'm gonna say something like 40,000.
40,000.
Am I close?
No.
Damn. 300?
1,500.
1,500?
But you got to figure that's still a lot.
That's still a lot.
1,500.
But dude, you know what? 1,500 in 18 years doesn't seem like much, actually. I would say that seems a little under.
That's about 80 a year.
That's it, though?
Yeah.
80 a year?
Yeah.
Okay. I swear I see kids eat them every day.
Yeah. I mean, those are picky kids.
And there's 360 some days a year. 65. Ooh.
Bread slicing technology made it popular, so it was not a big thing until sliced bread.
Which
Rip Betty White ordered sliced bread.
Which gets me, because was it really that hard to slice some bread back in the day? That once it came out, they're like, oh my God. Oh, you know how much more stuff we'll have to do around the house now that I don't have to slice a bread?
No, but I mean, you got to figure that there would be some varying amount. The machine was able to cut it just right.
Well, it portioned it.
Yeah.
Sure. But, I mean, maybe.
Or if you're thinking, I want to go to the cupboard to go get something, and you're like, well, I could have a meaty, cheesy sandwich that I use these two very important pieces of bread on, or I can have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Or I feel like people maybe didn't maybe they were just like ripping their bread like chunks.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, instead of cutting it, we're lazy and just like chunking it apart.
Yeah, like I dip it into cottage
Yeah,
cheese.
exactly.
Smucker's owns the copyright to no crusts. One of the very popular things, Uncrustables.
I think they taste like ass. You really like Uncrustables?
I like Uncrustables.
I think they taste like ass.
I like them thawed. I like them frozen.
Oh, no.
They're pretty good frozen, man. I don't know why.
I think they honestly taste like chemicals. I eat one, I'm like, this tastes like preservatives.
You said this one before, because of the bacon on it.
Yeah.
It's usually very healthy.
Yeah.
PB&Js have 20% of your daily fat and 22% of your calories.
Like, if you really, really want to start watching your weight and stuff, for lunch, just take 2 PB&Js and a banana. I'm telling you. When I went vegan, PB&Js, dude, they were heaven. They were like candy. It was awesome. I ate so many of those. And you get something good like Dave's Amazing Bread with power seed in it and omegas, fats, and all kinds of shit. You can make it real healthy. I'm telling you, slap some pickles on there.
So there is a world record. More than 1,000 volunteers at Temple University slapped together 49,000 peanut butter and jellies in less than an hour.
Holy shit. How?
They used 4,475 pounds of peanut butter, 3,800 pounds of jelly, which means that they weren't doing equal amounts. Those fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And 1,875 loaves of bread.
I think we all know it's easy to get a good amount of jelly. It's kind of hard to get the good, because you're trying to cover the peanut butter on your bread.
No, it's good to get it's easy to get a thing of peanut butter, not jelly. Jelly has a problem coming out.
Just get a spoon and you get a whole glob of it. It's like a Jello. You're just right on there. Yeah, use a spoon. It's
Okay,
easier.
all right. So this goes into my next point here, but we must have a different way of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
I use a knife,
Well, I use a knife for peanut butter.
right, and then I wipe it off and use the same knife
No,
for
see,
the jelly.
Knife's too hard to get the jelly, and then the jelly doesn't spread right.
Well, then I either get too much jelly or not enough jelly. But fucking brain gas. I'm trying to
Use a spoon, plop it on there, then use the back of the spoon to spread it. You're welcome.
toasted or not toasted.
Actually, I've never had a toast. That's something new I'm gonna try.
Fucking panini maker. I got a panini maker.
I never even thought about toasting my PB&J. The one time though, like peanut butter, don't underestimate it. The one time I had this what they called a California burger, and it was a fried egg, peanut butter, barbecue sauce, with bacon, and obviously a burger. Fucking delicious. I didn't want to try it because I was like, dude, barbecue sauce and peanut butter, but it was phenomenal.
Fucking out of left field again. Our buddy Jerry
Yeah.
used to make peanut butter and jelly nachos. He would take tortilla chips, throw peanut butter and jelly on them, throw them in the microwave, and melt it. Dude, it was so good.
It probably was, because realistically, like, you're just eating a little corn, like flour corn, so it's kind of breadish. But at the same time, it just sounds nasty when you put it as peanut butter jelly nachos.
Well, going into the next one, astronauts actually make peanut butter and jelly in space.
Oh.
Yeah. One of the ways that they are able to do it, instead of 2 fluffy pieces of bread, they take a tortilla and then slap it in.
And then slap it in, which I've done that. And who also hasn't
I
just
have
take...
not.
Really? You've never put a little peanut butter on the one side jelly and then roll it up?
Why aren't there peanut butter and jelly candies?
Why did you say that while we were recording? Someone's going to steal it now.
Like,
I think they...
peanut butter cups, and
Yeah.
there are jelly-filled things.
I think
Where
they
are
do.
there peanut butter and jelly donuts?
No, they have that. They have peanut butter jelly
Really?
donuts, yeah.
Okay.
And I think they have a cup, like a Reese's cup with jelly. But for some reason, the preservative that they try to use for the jellies, because fruit's expensive,
Yeah.
and they always cheap out, and their jellies suck. Because there's a difference. Like, I'm more of a jam to preservative guy than a jelly. You know, jelly's real thin. Then you get jam, then you get the preservatives. Jam's the thicker stuff. The preservatives, the shit with, like, chunks of fruit in it.
Right.
I like that stuff. That's the shit I'm about, dude.
So apparently there is a difference between a jam, a jelly, and a marmalade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Marmalade, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
The marmalade's the ones with the chunk of fruit. Then you have your jam, which is a little bit thicker. Sometimes it has some seeds in it. Then your jelly's like the grape Welch's crap that you get that's all watery and nasty.
I love that.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Well, speaking of preferences, more Americans prefer smooth peanut butter instead of chunky.
I know, they're fucking up. I really love chunky peanut butter. A little bit of the crunch and stuff, I'm fine with.
I grew up with smooth and slowly transitioned to crunchy.
To me, it's like pulp in my orange juice. Like, I love pulp in my orange juice.
Have you ever seen the one that has like strawberry jelly down one side, like it's broken
it's broken,
and every one has a different bite?
Yes.
Because you crisscross it. One's like chunky, smooth Nutella. Then one is grape, strawberry, and marshmallow fluff.
I saw them. To me, that's a little too much.
Dude, I'd try the shit out of it.
That seems like too much. Would it be delicious for once? Yes, but that's a lot of work just to have one little sandwich.
But that is 9 tests in one sandwich. You make it once, you find out what your favorite combination is, and then you can make it past that.
I think it's kind of hard. I think a lot of the flavors are kind of blend together as you're eating it because it's a similar taste.
Oh, so you think it'd be easier with like crackers?
Yeah, I think it'd be easier if you ate one and like sucked on a lemon to get rid of the flavor than like ate another cracker with that on there. Also, Nutella, by the way, if anyone's wondering, that is not healthy. I don't know where people started thinking that fucking thing was healthy, but it's hazelnut with a shit ton of sugar.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Speaking of unhealthy, an Illinois man ate 6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in 1 minute. 1 minute. Funny, I think I could beat that.
You know why? Because they could smash them down. So when you were talking about the college kids that made all of them, I was thinking in my head they probably just had a big squirt bottle of everything, all the bread already laid out, ran down and just squirted it on each end, and then had some like mechanism laid out where it could fold, kind of like clothes. You know how?
Right.
And then you could fold all of them at once. Boom, they're all done.
Right.
I'm assuming this guy, because PB&J, there's nothing thick, you could just squish it into almost a ball. You could probably almost squish all 6 into one big ball and just eat the fucker.
I think the thing that would stop me with that the most is the peanut butter. Sometimes that peanut butter gets clogged.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Like just a peanut butter sandwich is hard. I like eating them, but it's hard. It gets stuck to the roof of your mouth. You almost choke and die.
So I told you that kids typically have 1,500 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before they turn 18. Apparently, from a study done in 2016, people only eat 3,000 of them in a lifetime.
So once we're done with childhood, it's like...
Right. You eat 1,500 before you're 18, and then 1,500 from 18 until you die.
Damn. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah.
You had them a lot as a kid. They were made for you.
Right. Well, now you can do your own stuff. And
right. Now you just make different things.
Right. Now we just make different things, or like a grilled cheese. I think that's the thing is now that you're an adult and you can use the pan a little bit, grilled cheese is like the more like...
Fucking panini maker.
Everybody needs one.
Elvis flew out to Colorado solely for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes.
He went to a restaurant called the Fool's Gold in Denver in the 70s, and they took a loaf of sourdough bread, peanut butter, blueberry jam, and bacon.
I was going to say, he loved his bacon sandwich.
He also died on the shitter. Maybe I shouldn't...
Yeah, but that was complications of his medicine. But his beer belly was because he loved food. That dude, like, how much Elvis used to fly around just to eat? Because how rich he was, he would just fly his plane to random places just to get stuff to eat.
Damn.
Dude, that's why he was very unhealthy by the end of his life. He was so fat. Because he would eat a whole loaf. A whole loaf he's eating of this sandwich. Of peanut butter, jelly, and bacon.
You fucking like it. You like it.
Not a whole loaf, dude. That's where you gotta have some self-fucking control.
February 12th is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day.
February 12th?
Yeah, they have a holiday for everything now.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of overdone. Like, I'm tired of every day being some day for something.
Now they're giving months.
Oh, God. That's because they tried to give it out to each race, and they realized, like, oh, that's actually a slap in the face to anybody about their history if we're only donating their history to 1 month. Like, this is the only time we're going to think about your history. They're like, oh, we need to get rid of that shit.
So another record on here, we've done how fast somebody can eat one in a minute. We've done how many they made in an hour.
Yeah.
On November 13th, 2010, the world's largest peanut butter and jelly sandwich was made at the Great American Peanut Butter Festival in Great Saline, Texas. The new record stands at 1,342 pounds.
Pounds. What does this fucking thing look like?
720 pounds of bread, 493 pounds of peanut butter, and 129 pounds of jelly.
How much bread? How much, like, the jelly and the peanut butter I get because, like, I could see how that weight would add up. You know, it would be a lot.
Motherfuckers have 4 times the amount of peanut butter as they do jelly.
Who's making these?
Right. Who is not 1-to-1?
Yes. Touche. Who's not 50-50 on the peanut butter and jelly?
The bread I can see. The
bread's kind of hard.
Sometimes you want to stick a moist maker in the middle of it. Make it a PB&J
Yeah, make it a PB&J stacker. But very true. And like I get it, the jelly's more expensive. I get it. But sometimes you got to sacrifice for perfection here. Do you want your taste buds to be in awe or don't you? You got to have 1-to-1 ratio, 50%. I don't see. It's because they don't do the spoon thing. They get whatever they can fucking get on the knife, and they just that or a fork. If it's real thick, you can still use a fork and squish it around.
94% of Americans have at least 1 jar of peanut butter at home.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Piece of shit don't go bad.
Right.
And even the natural shit. You can get natural peanut butter and it'll still last for a long ass time.
So my last one here is apparently there was a discussion on Twitter in 2018 about the proper way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
If this motherfucker doesn't say 1-to-1 ratio,
Okay.
I'm finding out
So
where
it
he
has
lives.
nothing to do with the ratio. Well, actually, it does a little bit later, but it's a little different than you think.
Okay.
There are a couple schools of thought here. The first
right.
one is bread, peanut butter, bread, jelly,
Yes.
and then you slap them together.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way.
No,
No,
there is another way. The second way is bread, peanut butter, jelly,
You can't put jelly.
and then put the bread
You
on.
can't put the jelly on top of the peanut butter. It's not spreading.
Apparently,
evenly.
people do it.
Yeah, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, if you're just gonna put the jelly on the peanut butter, just take the peanut butter and jelly, put it in a bowl, mix it the fuck together, then slap it on your shit. I'm telling you, you never done that? You
No.
dude. Fuck, you need to up your. We used to do that a
Dude,
bunch.
and-
We'd get like 2 different jellies, put those in there, then the peanut butter, stir it up so it's already mixed perfectly, pour it right out onto the bread.
That never even thought to me. And I used to like goobers.
Yeah,
Like
I
they
know.
were already pre-mixed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where do you think they got the idea? The
Damn.
goober idea. People are already doing it. Yeah.
And the third school of... Go ahead.
I was gonna say also you could do it in a bowl, like just a whole jar, just do it in a bowl, saran wrap over the bowl, so you don't always have to use all of it.
Oh.
Help you out. There you go.
The third school of thought, and this one actually took off apparently. Bread,
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Okay.
Bread,
Yeah.
peanut butter.
No.
Jelly, then smash.
No. Nope. Nope. Because then when does your tongue really taste the jelly?
Right. Dude, I think the same exact thing. That one, the ratio is way off.
It's way
you
off.
have twice as much peanut butter as you do jelly.
Right. And I'm here for the jelly. The peanut butter is an extra. Like, I will eat peanut butter by itself. So I'm not eating a PB&J for the peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'm eating it for the jelly. That's the extra, right? I want the extra today. So if it's not 50-50, I would just get something that just had peanut butter.
So I'll go into a little tirade here. You like crunchy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I enjoy crunchy now. I used to like it. What's the brand? Jif? Peter Pan? Skippy?
Oh, fuck
Reese's?
Skippy. No, really.
Great value?
No, I tried to get Jif if I can.
Jif?
Like an all natural Jif.
Blue Jif?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually chunky, but like I said,
It reminds
usually.
me of the peanut butter you poured in the mixing bowls.
Oh yeah, and you just saw it run. Yeah, that was Skippy. Skippy to me is always Skippy, and that Peter Pan bullshit is like pre-melted, and I don't trust it. Like, because in my mind, if I have peanut, and I've 8 peanuts, and when I smash them in my mouth and I get them all, they're not all liquidy like that. So what the fuck is happening in that jar that it is liquid?
You had PB2 when you lived with Jared. That powdered peanut butter that you add
yeah.
water to?
Yeah.
Was that any good?
No, it kind of sucked.
Did you use it for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches ever?
No. I used it more to mix in my
Protein?
Yeah, protein shakes and stuff because it was easier on the blenders.
Okay.
Sometimes getting that when you just throw a huge thick thing of peanut butter in there for your protein, sometimes it has a hard time mixing up. That's a little bit easier, and then it doesn't make your drink as thick.
So for jelly,
Yeah.
do you do Smuckers? Do you do...
To me, actually, jellies to me, I really like to go somewhere kind of off the beaten path and get the jellies. I don't know the brand names, and it's like just homemade jellies.
Okay.
Like Time Kitchen or Kitchen Time right up the road has a bunch of like homemade jellies and stuff from Amish and all of them and marmalades and things like that. And I kind of go get a fancy one.
I got some apple butter you got to try.
Oh, dude, I'm down with apple butter. There was this one. It was a jelly, but it used those maraschino cherries.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, it was good. That's what I'm saying. Go off the beaten path. Fuck Walmart for the jellies. Go.
Now, for your go-to,
Yeah.
is it grape?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually they have grape and strawberry.
Right.
And you know me, I don't like strawberries.
Dude, everybody and their asshole cousin likes strawberry instead.
Yeah. Like the actually, when you said blueberry
Blueberry
Jerry,
sounds good.
I was like, I would try that. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
But it's the same with syrup. Like, if I sit down at Perkins or something, And you know how they always have that tray of fucking syrup?
I don't know. I like the twin berry syrup. It's so good.
See, me too. My point is I'm not grabbing the maple.
Yeah.
Because I have maple at home. That's my point. I'm grabbing the twin berry. I'm grabbing
the apricot.
The apricot. The apricot's really good. I love
apricot.
that. The orange one. Oh, the yellowy orange.
Orange marmalade too.
The orange marmalade's real good.
They
Yeah, that's real good. Even sometimes putting apple butter on your pancakes will be good. Yeah, if you have like wheat pancakes.
My dad didn't like grape when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So whenever we would go to a restaurant or whatever and he would get toast and was looking for jelly, he would actually like go through everything. And most of the time you would find only grape in the jelly organizers. And you know that there's fucking mixed berry, there's strawberry, there's apple butter, whatever. He would actually go to different tables and take their fucking jelly things.
I would do that. Like, you ever not have ketchup at a table? You know what I do? Is I walk over to the table right next to me, I shake their ketchup, and if they have ketchup, I switch bottles. Like, either way, it's going to get filled. But I need ketchup now, and I don't feel like bothering the person working.
So you're literally putting an empty back on another table?
Yeah, I'm just switching it out.
Oh, you dick.
No. But,
anytime that I have one and
point,
I have to go over to another table, I grab it and keep it at mine. That way there's two at the table, and then they know something's wrong.
Well, see, to me, okay, touche. I'll give you that. But to me, now the person that I just tipped, their area is fine. They don't have to replace that ketchup now. It's in a whole different area. That person's got to replace that ketchup. Was that all our PB&J facts, my man?
Kinda. I still got a couple questions here.
Cool.
Do you go all the way out to the edge?
When spreading?
Yeah.
No. Because one of the things I hate is when I pick it up and then you get on your fingers, your hands are sticky.
Yep.
So, and I love bread.
That's one of the things about Uncrustables, though.
Oh, see, but I love crust. I love bread and I love crust. My favorite part of the loaf are the heels. I'll take the heels first and make it.
Okay. But is having clean fingers better or worse than not having crust?
See, the Uncrustables, to me, you bite into them in the center and then the shit oozes out.
You got to cool them down just a little bit so they stay a little hard.
But see, I don't like
it dries out the bread.
I also don't like the ratio of the bread because there's like a whole half an inch of like sealed bread on the end with nothing in it. It's like steamed bread together. I would much rather just have a regular loaf. I can do my thing. I'm not retarded. I know to keep it away from the edges and not just fucking, I can make it PB&J. Pretty fucking good.
We talked about jelly. We talked about peanut butter. The extra main component, bread. Bread. What kind do you go for?
My first go-to is always some sort of healthy wheat bread.
Oh, God. I'm the exact fucking opposite.
I know.
I want it done and over with and in my mouth. It's that generic, shitty, white Walmart bread.
I love like even sourdough with it.
Or if I get a little special, I do like Texas toast. That throws off the ratio, though.
It does.
So you have to pile on the.
Yeah, you got to get a little thicker because. Yeah, there's a little bit more. Well, no, to me that's too sugary.
Why don't they have Texas toast and wheat?
That'd cost a lot of money. But I mean, it'd probably be a little bit because when you get Dave's Amazing Bread, which is a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
And they have all those seeds and omegas and stuff like that, and yada 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 yada. They have like a bunch of different kind, but it's supposed to be super whole grain healthy bread. It'll take you a while. That bread just doesn't dissolve in your mouth. So having a whole Texas fucking cut of it, you're like, that might be a little too much.
Dude, I kind of want to beat this.
But
6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in a minute.
Okay, but if we're gonna do it, we're getting like pumpernickel bread.
No, you have to make it easy on me.
Dude, pumpernickel bread? Come on, we might start something new.
We can do a cooking with Carl
in a
little bit.
You say that, but do you not go to Thanksgiving and when they have the pumpernickel cut out with a little dip inside, don't you eat that whole fucking loaf?
Yes.
Me too.
But not in a minute. The thing is, if we're trying to set a Guinness World Record book, then we have to make it easy. You go light on the jelly, light on the peanut butter, light on the bread, and I fit 15 of those in my fucking mouth in a minute.
Touche. We got to film it.
Yeah. We gotta see how much Guinness World Record book to put on the fucking wall.
Yeah, put on the mantle. Dude, we got to see how much.
Our co-host is fat.
Yeah, look what we did. Heart attacks. I wonder how much peanut butter and jelly we would actually have to use. We got to do the math to see, okay, well, how many did they weigh them? Or was it just like, hey, it looks like there's PB&J? Because if that's the point, we're just putting it around the crust.
Right. Just a dab.
Yeah, just a dab around the crust so it looks like it's there, and we're having you smash 15 of these fucks.
I'll fucking do that. I'm gonna have to practice. I'm gonna get so fat practicing.
Well, before you practice, you ready to plug yourself?
Yeah. Plug it right up my poop chute.
Plug it up. Plug it up. Plug it up. That's what's gonna happen when you eat too much peanut butter and bread. Peanut butter, bread, and cheese, dude. Come on, your body's got to have a way to exit.
I already practiced enough with cheese. I'm just gonna replace it.
I was gonna say,
coming out the other end is not the important part. I already have that covered.
That's already pre-dilated. I got the rings in the back for that.
I should check my blood sugar before I do that and after.
Oh god.
I'm not diabetic, but
still,
that would be a spike.
Oh my Lanta.
We're on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, and now Google Podcasts is the lunch table PB&J. That's probably how you're listening to us right now, and you might not want to be. So.
Yeah. Tell us how you make fucking PB&J so I can judge you.
Yeah. You have those 3 options. If you have anything other than that, forget it.
Yeah, if it's something like I cut a hole in it. Well, okay. Keep explaining because now you got me curious.
Right.
Yeah.
I snort the peanut butter.
Yeah. I spit it. I put it in my mouth and spit it on the bread.
I pre-chew like a baby bird.
Actually, I don't buy peanut butter. I chew it and then just...
We're on YouTube at the Lunch Table PB&J. That's probably how you're watching us right now. If you want to see him hock a loogie of peanut butter and jelly into my mouth, maybe we'll add that on Patreon.
You ready, girl? Like a little bird. I'm ready.
We're on Twitter at Lunch Table PB&J. That's how you can take part in some of our polls and stay updated with what we're doing. We're also on Facebook at the Lunch Table PB&J, as well as our fan page, The Munchies. You can stay included there too and start a discussion. Yeah. CJ puts a lot of some of the cool things that we're doing and some of the videos and stuff to stay updated every week.
Yeah, like today we thought about maybe talking about the table because we got all those videos about the release.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
God damn.
I know. I mean, this is our logo.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We're on TikTok and Instagram at the Lunch Table PB&J. CJ takes care of those. He does a wonderful job up there. Does some cool original content.
What? You're looking at me.
Turn it up. Crank it up.
Crank it up.
Crank it up.
I will.
Double that output.
I will. I'll triple that output.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll quadruple it.
And lastly, we're on Patreon at the Lunch Table PB&J. If you want to be that person that gives a little bit extra, that's the way to do it. Apart from subscribing and commenting and liking and sticking a finger and twisting it to the left.
To the left. Always to the left. Stop on your left foot and don't forget it. Clockwise, yeah.
Counterclockwise. Yeah. It's clockwise to you.
Clockwise to you. Okay.
That's all I got, bud.
That's it. That's all we got. Well, it was a good day.
Hell yeah.
It was a good fun time. Thanks.
A little bit of a workout.
Well, yeah, we did get a workout earlier.
Gonna go have some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches now.
Yes, time to fucking. Now that we worked out, we can eat all we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, first off, everybody, stop. Jesus Christ. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. It's getting a lot more fun around here. Drew, thanks for being you. You're always a sweetheart. I'm gonna leave
my little sticky jelly.
I'm gonna leave people on this. Don't force things, because when you force things, it's unnatural. Unnatural things only cause problems. Let nature do its course.
You've been practicing that all week.
Patience is virtue. Peace.
See ya.